Remember the pandemic? I know you're probably still trying to forget about it, but do you remember those endless Zoom meetings? The unease that came from being able to see and hear someone without feeling their presence. COVID showed us just how important physical touch is to our everyday experience. It's how we explore the world around us. And it's even more important for those with sensory disabilities. 2 million people in the UK live with sight loss. 11 million people experience deafness, hearing loss, or tinnitus. That's around 20% of the country's population. 1 in 5 people in the country that we live in aren't able to fully rely on their sight or hearing. And as remote working becomes the norm, and we become increasingly reliant on technology for communication, those 13 million people are at the risk of being left behind. So what can we do about it? Well, what if we use another sense to compensate for this lack of digital accessibility? How about that all-important sense of touch? When your phone vibrates in your pocket, you know you have a notification, but could we communicate something more complex in a similar way? My name is Bodsworth, and I'm a PhD researcher at Coventry University. I'm conducting research on the sense of touch and how we can use it to bridge the gap between the digital and physical worlds through haptic feedback. Haptics is the area of research that looks into how we can use stimuli and technology to recreate tactile experiences artificially. Personally, for my research, I'm focusing probably on the most common form of haptics, vibrotactile feedback, like the vibrations produced by your phones or smartwatches. Historically, research looking into haptic wearable devices have always focused on vibrations of the hands, fingers, and wrists. But these hand-worn devices may not be suitable for all audiences and could cause issues in certain situations, like when driving. So where else on your body would a haptic device make sense? Well, headphones and hearing aids already exist, so why not use the ears? I'm developing a device that sits on the ear and vibrates at 4 different locations and at 3 different frequencies. It's essentially a vibrating hearing aid that communicates information not through sound, but through touch. For user studies, my device will allow me to find out just how well people are able to differentiate combinations and patterns of vibrations around the ear. This technology has the potential to communicate complex information, such as language. In this way, those 13 million people could benefit from an alternative channel of communication. I believe that the future of communication is tactile. So maybe if another pandemic was to happen, haptics will be there to make us feel slightly closer to those around us. Thanks for listening.